will pay off on this tease immediately. I think Boch is making a major mistake this year, but if I go back in history, this is who he is, and it will never change.
Okay.
The Rangers have 151 doubles this year. That is dead last in Major League Baseball.
Yikes.
Not even close.
Yeah.
There's 3 teams in Major League Baseball that don't have 160 doubles yet. The Rangers are one of them. The Rangers, when it comes to slugging percentage, 380. That is 23rd in all of Major League Baseball.
Okay.
So, if we see what's happening here, we're not getting to second base with the baseball bat. We're literally the worst in all of baseball at getting to second base with a bat this year. The worst.
Yeah.
White Sox better than us. Whoever better than us. So here's where I put it together. And I talked about this last year, and Bochy answered the question. We haven't talked about it this year. I wonder what his answer would be. But when I go back to his championship teams in San Francisco, it doesn't matter who's on the team. This is who Bochy is. And it's fine. This is his way of managing. The Rangers have 59 stolen bases this year.
Yeah.
That is 23rd in all of baseball. And there are teams that are just destroying him.
Doesn't Ellie De La Cruz have about that many stolen bases?
Yep. So here's the deal. Last year, for the most part, fine. We are top 5 in slugging.
Yeah.
We are top 5 in all major categories offensively. Why steal second base? Why steal third base? Doesn't matter. We're hitting doubles. We're hitting homers. We score in bunches, extra base hits in bunches. No bunches this year. 0 bunches this year, it feels like. But I'm going to go back in history. So I'm saying Boch. If they're not going to get to second base with the bat, Simeon, Smith, Langford, Garcia, Taveras, at the end of the year, they should all have 20 or more stolen bases apiece. Apiece. That's 100 right there. From 5 guys. I'm not including Evan Carter because he hasn't really played this year.
Yeah.
Hey, Young, Seager, catchers, Lowe, don't steal. You guys can't. You're too slow too. You'd have to double steal where you're the guy trailing or just a huge advantage type situation to steal. I get it. Those guys are going to have probably combined 10 steals all year. They probably don't even have 10 steals all year. If you only have 59 all season, you probably are just... So here's the deal. Chris Woodward, I get it. Boch, better manager than Chris Woodward. They're not even in the same category, and I love Chris Woodward. Great guy. We can see Chris Woodward hasn't got a job. We don't hear his name up for other jobs, and maybe he will be a manager somewhere else sometime later in his life. He still is a younger guy. He's in his late 40s, so he has plenty of time to possibly become a manager again. When he was the manager on a team that struggled to score in his time, you would have you'd have Simeon and you would have Garcia stealing 20 plus bags in a season. That was before the new rules.
Yeah.
That was before it was a shorter distance. That was before the 2 pickoff minimum. So I know that Simeon can steal 25 to 30 bags. I know that Garcia can steal 20 to 25 bags. It's already been proven that they can. Now, Leote has to get on base more to steal bases. Langford has to get on base probably a little bit more to steal bases. But when we see Langford flying around the bases, why do we never steal with him? Here's the reason we never steal. I go back to 2010. Unfortunately, we remember that Rangers, we make the World Series, but San Francisco wins the World Series. San Francisco that year, dead last in stolen bases in Major League Baseball.
Okay, so this is like you said.
This is
that's
who
the way he manages.
Boch does not believe in stealing bases unless it is just given to you for free. He does not want to take that risk. He wants to be as conservative as possible on the bases.
His rate is 7.6% of the time he will steal in his career. He will 7%. Yeah,
which is super low.
Very low.
In 2014, regular season, world champs, San Francisco Giants, 29th in stolen bases that year. Now, I click on 2012. It wasn't as bad. They were about league average in 2012. I'll click on it real quick because I didn't memorize it here. But in 2012, they were above league average. They were 10th in stolen bases that year. But if you go look at his San Francisco history, his San Diego history, and now his Ranger history, he does not like stealing bases. Well, we don't hit doubles.
Yeah.
You have to. They've made rules to make it easier to steal the base. And we have, at almost all times in the lineup, 5 guys who can. They have to reach first base, which has been very difficult for these Texas Rangers this year because I just told you, they are 23rd in slugging. They are last in doubles. They are in the bottom category. They are in the bottom third in almost every category in Major League Baseball for hitting this year.
Yeah.
But the one that I don't get is, if we can't get to second with the bat, you have to steal second. They made the rules that they're giving it to you at a better rate, and Boch won't do it. And so in this offseason, because I'm kind of moving on to next year already. I hope not, but I'm moving on to next year.
And we did talk about that some yesterday.
Is you have to start stealing, or you can give it the month of April, and in the month of April, if you're not cranking doubles and homers left and right, every time Lankford and let's just say Carter, those 2 guys, young guys, every time you get on base, you are going to steal within the first 3 pitches. Now, if the dude's slide stepping and he's under 1.3 delivering the ball at home plate, we can shut it down. He's obviously not even allowing you to. But most pitchers are power pitchers today. What do power pitchers have to do a lot of times? They have to lift their leg up to generate the power to throw the ball in the mid to high 90s. At this point, I'm looking at this team, and I'm almost looking this as now 2 free months of baseball. I know I hate saying this.
Okay.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they compete a lot more than I think they will. I think if I'm Chris Young, I go to Boch and I say, Boch, I want to see if Simeon and Smith and Lankford and Garcia and Taveras can steal bases under the new rules. If they get thrown out, they get thrown out. We have to find this out. If they can't, then they can't.
Yeah.
But we don't know because we refuse to try. So I just think in today's game and with this offense, because now, are you going to go into next offseason and go, well, we know we're good offensively? No, you're bad offensively this year. You're probably going to end up somewhere between 18 and 30 in every major offensive category as a team in Major League Baseball. If that's the case, if that's what I have, and I don't have a budget to go help out the offense, then we have to try to be top 10 in stealing bases next year because we're not going to be the Yankees. I don't have Aaron Judge and Juan Soto. You know, I'd say the Red Sox, but I just watched the Red Sox. Do you know how much havoc they caused in that 3-game series?
Yeah.
Because of all of the guys that were athletic and running, and they were hitting and running, and they were stealing, and they were bunting, and they were doing all of these things. You're like, slow down. We don't play the game this way. We don't even know what in the world is going on right now. And I think the Rangers have to turn the game into that because, yes, Corey Seager can be Rafael Devers, like trying to compare. Unfortunately, we don't have the other guys to compete offensively with the best offensive teams. So at that point, you have to look at it and say, how do I get to second base without hitting a double? You have to first reach first.
And then manufacture.
And then you have to steal, and you have to bunt, and you have to hit and run. And I don't think Boch likes doing it. His history says he doesn't. But I'm wondering with the team in 2025 if he's going to have to try to change because the rules are telling you to change.